Hi, welcome to Red Raider Orientation Student Org Career Training hosted by the Student Involvement Team. My name is Emily Warren and I am the Assistant Director for Student Involvement. Throughout the summer, the Student Involvement Team will be facilitating the RRO Student Org Fairs. Our faces will become familiar for you all, and we are excited to work with all of our student organizations through the RRO Org Fair season. We begin this presentation by stating that you will notice that there have been changes to how RRO student org fairs are traditionally facilitated. The main components you might have noticed changed are the location of the org fairs and the capacity of the org fairs. I will explain details of each of these components throughout this presentation, but I will preface by saying that this summer, RRO org fairs will be held in the sub-Matador room on the second floor of the Student Union building, and the capacity in the Matador room to accommodate tables, org leaders, participants, and staff, and incoming students, families, and guests is a total of 36 tables and 200 people. We do realize that the capacity of the Matador room is significantly less than previous years when the RRO org fairs were held in the sub-bar room. However, our student involvement team has worked hard to still try to ensure that as many student orgs as possible are able to participate in RRO org fairs. It is important to us that we make this event as positive an experience as possible for our student organizations, student org leaders, and incoming students, families, and guests. And now we will begin the presentation. Now we will be going over the logistics of the org fairs. The dates are going to occur from May through July. We have the first one in May 30th, and then in June and July on Sunday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. With the exception of June 17th, that day falls on a Monday. We still will be hosting our org fair on that day. Org fair check-in begins at 3:30 and will end at 3:50. The student org fair itself will begin at 4 o'clock and will end at 5 o'clock p.m. The location, like I said earlier, is in the sub-Matador room on the second floor. This is where organization leaders will check in, and the tables will be pre-selected by our team. Check-in time will begin at 3:30 and will end at 3:50. Doors will open right at 3:30, so please make sure that you are checked in and at your assigned table no later than 3:50 p.m. If you arrive after 4, we will have to turn you away as the org fair will have already begun. The org fair is a 1-hour event from 4 to 5 p.m. all summer. Student org leaders will enter the Matador room for check-in at the double doors of the Matador room at the student involvement table. We will have signs on A-frames and on easels to guide org leaders, incoming students, families, and guests. The Matador room accommodates 36 tables. Of the 36 tables, each organization will have one representative at the table. The saddle tramps and the high rider bells will ring at 5 o'clock to notify org leaders and the attendees that the org fair has concluded. At that time, org leaders can begin packing up and exiting the Matador room. As you can see, this is the Matador room layout for these student org fairs. We will have a stage that will have a presentation of the images that you guys have provided of your organizations. And right here on the very bottom are the double doors that you will be entering to check in. There are 36 tables, and each of those tables will be assigned to an organization. Just some tips of how you guys can recruit new members at the student org fairs. Successful recruiting is providing pictures of the organization, showcasing any awards or appropriate props. You also want to make sure that you provide a means to sign up. That could be a QR code, that could be another online sign-up platform, or it could be the old-fashioned pen and paper. You also want to make sure that you follow up with these students, provide handouts or something tangible for them to take away. Some of the takeaways could be listing out important fall semester dates, how to get in touch with your organization, how to follow the organization on social media or any blogs, and also you want to make sure that you push your Tech Connect page as well as the overall Tech Connect website. Other ways that you can successfully recruit new members is engaging with the students and parents. Introduce yourself, the organization, and its quick purpose. You want to direct students to pick up any informational materials that are on your table. Ask for their name and their interest. You want to avoid social hours since 1 hour is not a lot of time to talk to roughly 200 students. So keep the interactions quick but sincere. Expectation. No more than one student org representative must be present. That individual does not have to be a TTU student. There are not going to be any chairs provided. Check-in time, like I said earlier, is 3:30 to 3:50. Please make sure to bring your student ID or have a phone to scan an attendance QR code. Please ensure that you stay until the end of the org fairs and be welcoming to all students and guests. You want to make sure that you positively promote TTU, all or RRO programming, and the benefits of getting involved on campus. Make sure that you promote our website, Student Involvement, and Tech Connect. So let's now go over some do's and don'ts at the org fairs. Do provide information about your organization. Handing out candy and fun promotional items, free stuff is cool, right? The candy, however, must be individually wrapped and ensuring that the messaging on any promotional items is appropriate. Make sure that your laptops or other technology is charged. Decorate your tables to showcase your organization. Remember, you're recruiting these students. Promote only your organizations. Please do not partner with for-profit businesses. Remain at your table until you hear the saddle tramps and high rider bells that signal the conclusion of the org fair at 5 p.m. Now going over the don'ts, please do not hand out any food or drinks or pass out any alcoholic related items. That could be bottle openers of any sort, glassware, and making sure that there are no inappropriate messaging on promotional items. Please do not plan to have electrical outlets at your disposal. There are not any in the room, so please make sure that your technology is charged. Do not hang up any wall decor on any of the walls. Promote anything from the back of your table. Play music, as we will already be playing music. Roam or wander around during the org fair, or sell items. Because of decreased space and capacity, we are asking you not to have any large backdrops or table decor. Those standalone backdrops that are too large in width and or height to safely be placed on top of your org table is prohibited. Backdrops and table decor are not to be placed behind, in front of, or to either side of your org's table. Backdrops and table decor should not stand higher than 6 feet when placed on top of the table, from ground to top backdrop. If your org brings any type of backdrop or decor that is outside of above parameters, you will be asked to abstain from setting up the item and asked to leave the items outside of the Matador room. The student involvement team is here to support and assist you throughout the summer. If you have any questions or concerns, please contact our team. We cannot emphasize enough how excited we are to work with you all. Thank you for the hard work you all will dedicate to this summer's RRO org fairs. We appreciate you. Reckham.